Sana coming into the side, a man who plies his trade in Spain with Real Valladolid. Here's Oscar, the Brazilian midfielder who takes most of their free kicks, firing it into the area. It's found a way through, and Brazil have taken the lead inside 5 minutes. What a start for the South Americans in search of their 5th title at under-20 level. And finally, Portugal have conceded, and they've fallen just short of the all-time record of not conceding in this tournament. Well, they're all congratulating Oscar for the delivery. Let's have a look here.
Yeah, they showed us a picture of Oscar, but that's what happens defensively when you don't attack the ball. And I'm not sure if there's a deflection right there. They, of course, showed Enrique. Why not? He's been scoring goals left and right. But as you see that here, yes, there's definitely touch. And I think that looks like an own goal, perhaps, going off Portuguese players. You see that delivery by Oscar right there. Let's just see. There is a touch. No questions about that. And maybe he was attacking the ball right there in that situation. But
Portugal right back. It's just been sent out on loan to Académica in Portugal. Officially, though, is the property of Sporting Lisbon, a famous club. Promising move this for Portugal, the equaliser! What a response that is! And the final touch from Alex. He had a simple tap in. And we have 2 goals in 9 minutes here. It's back to 1-1.
I tell you, Alex has given Danilo a warning early on, if you remember, in the first minute, taking him out right there. And once again, Danilo falls asleep right there. A couple of things happen on that play. Either he doesn't know that Alex is coming from in behind, or he just doesn't think that that ball is going to be played across by Nelson Oliveira. Because if you look at this, it really is bad defending all around. That's usually what happens when you concede. But when you see it here, it's that ball being chased by Nelson Oliveira. Look at Alex, really. That's just way too easy from 2 yards out. And Danilo has got to take responsibility for that player. He's got to react a little bit earlier to that one. He's got to be in front of him, and he's got to see.
One-on-one into the area with Pele. Can't get by his man. And you expect more from Coutinho, don't you? The focus switching to the other end now. Nelson Oliveira squeezes it in. Portugal are in front. He was threatening in the first half as well.
Well, every once in a while I get lucky and right. Although obviously Gabriel here is gonna look at it, and for sure he's gonna look at himself and say he's got to save that. But I think this man's been always dangerous, very often isolated. He's got the pace, not afraid, on the counter right there. And Moutinho, of course, you know, losing possession on that set piece. You could see it here. Just good touch inside right there, looking over. I don't think he had any options. And when you don't have options, this is exactly what you do, because you never know what's going to happen from that angle. That should never have been a goal. But I think give credit to this player right there, because you know, desperation, just throws it in front of net. Huge mistake being made, but at the end of the day, it's 2-1. Nobody on Portugal is going to complain about that.
It's a horror show from the Brazilian keeper.
Sometimes a reason why Portugal breaks so early, because you can see it here. They're playing, Brazil are playing very high line of defense right now, and that's obviously where they have to be careful. When you lose possession like that, you got to be able to drop off. And the trouble for me with Brazil is the non-recognition of their back four, the fact that very often there's no pressure on the ball, yet they're still pushing up.
Dudu with a cross, and it's put away. Brazil have found an equalizer. And it's Oscar again who was the man on the spot. Wow. What relief for Brazil.
Relief, you're absolutely right. There was no indication of that, that Brazil were going to get in there. Dudu, of course, the substitute, comes in right there. And the goalkeeper, once again, just throws it in front of goal. And obviously, defenders have to recognize that. Look at the way he gets away from here. This is just good individual one-on-one. Defending has to be better. And I'll tell you what, ball watching, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 jerseys that should be able to deal with that. And I think that, for me, Mika has to do a little bit better. I think if you have an opportunity, always push it to the side, concede a corner, never throw it in front of goal. So combination of bad defending, nobody really looking for that second ball once it's crossed, and also the goalkeeper, I suppose, could.
Ten minutes remaining in Bogota. Oscar. Here's Negreira up ahead. And what a goal by Oscar! Completing his hat-trick as Brazil get themselves in front with 10 minutes to play in extra time.
Wow, of all the people, Oscar, of course, involved in all 3 goals. The first one, again, I don't know if that was his intention. Of course, there was a deflection. He's going to get the credit. Same on this one. I wonder if there's a deflection. I wonder if he's actually crossing that ball, or is he looking to that far post? It's always going to be a token point, of course, what his intentions were. It doesn't really matter. Let's see, no deflection whatsoever. I tell you what, I wonder if he sees the goalkeeper off his line. There's a touch once again. At this stage, you know, you got to feel for the goalkeeper here, but it's not necessarily from that distance. Plenty of pressure on the ball. I just think you got to see that again. Oscar special in some way. He wasn't in the first half, but amongst the scorers, of course, and on every play he's put his hand in, or his foot in, if you will. And I'll tell you, Portugal's got to look at some of these goals and say, well, there's certainly not tons of quality when we speak about all 3 of them, but they find themselves three goals behind. Here's a team that has